Hey everybody, Ryan here with Go For It Studios again. Just found a pick and pull yard that's only like 25 minutes away from me. And I also just got a little gym membership at Retro Fitness. Thanks, Dan. And it is a pretty nice little spot for exercising. It's pretty close to the house too, so I'm gonna be able to get back on my physical therapy stuff that I need to do for my hips and my elbows. But right now, Max and I are gonna head over to the pick and pull yard and see what we can find. Alright guys, we made it. We're at the budget. You pull it. Pretty huge lot. Really excited about it. Take a look. They got a whole scrap, recycle, reuse. All the cars are up on fucking rims and everything. Easy access to everything. Pointed me directly in the direction of where all their Astros are at. Super well organized. Awesome place so far. We're gonna see if we can find the door handles we need and whatever other miscellaneous stuff. Plus, I still have my radiator with me from when I did my radiator job, and they take in scrap for recycle. So I'll get weight for the aluminum, which is sweet. And we'll see how it goes. I'll let you guys know when I find the Astros. All right, so found the first one, and it's an all-wheel drive, which is cool, just in case there's other shit that I need. And it's got the Dutch barn doors, and it's got the handle I need, which is cool. I gotta pop the hatch open from the inside, but that's okay. I want to see if there's one with a better condition handle. That one's got a couple chips in it, but it also has the rear seat captain's chair, which is freaking perfect, because I'm gonna rob that base off of it one of these days, and I'm gonna put a swivel mount on top of it, and then I'm gonna replace my captain's seat on the passenger side, so that my shotgun seat swivels 180 and faces the inside of the van. So that'll be a future project, and now I know where it is. Freaking perfect. Love it. All right, let's go find another Astro. And I'm coming around the corner, and boom, there it is. Second Astro. And it's got the exact same issue as the other door handle does. It's not really an issue, but it's just chipped up at the top, which is fine, and it seems to work just fine. No fractures in it, which is perfect. And I think, is this the cargo version? No, it's a passenger van. That's fine. But we're gonna see which one's gonna be the easiest to get open, and that'll determine which handle we rob. Well, you know, acquire. And let's see if it's got, oh, it does have the driver's side handle. Hell yeah. Needs to be repainted, but who gives a fuck? Oh, yep, that's the one. So then we just pop off this little plastic thing here. It gives us full access. Almost full access anyway. Oh yeah, there's no issues with this one. I think that'll do just fine. But we're gonna, oh man. Oh, it looks like the whole fleet of freaking Astros. That is great. Oh, this one's even, yeah, it looks like definitely was being used as a utility. It's funny that they took a passenger van to make it into a utility. But, oh, another one. Great condition. Ooh, that's smooth. That's probably the smoothest one. All right, well, we're gonna see if we can get a couple of these popped open. But, another Astro. This is the Dutch, or the double back doors. That's fun. Let's see. This one's also got a driver's side handle, which is nice. That one's in shitty condition. Ooh, but it's that nicer metal though. I don't know. We'll see. A lot of options, a lot of things to play around with. Shoot, that one's pretty nice too. And I think that's all the same, even though it's a different back door design. But all right, we're gonna get to it, guys. Oh my God, there's another Astro. This is like a mecca. I'm in heaven. This is great. And I see plenty of S10s around the area that I can steal spring packs from. Hell yeah. Get myself some more suspension capability and weight load in the back, which is awesome. All right, well, I'm gonna do some exploring and let you guys know what I come up with at the end of the day. Ciao. All right, guys, I'm dirty, sweaty as hell, but I got the two handles that I need. and I'm pretty stoked. I'm gonna clean them up, sand them down, at least the moving parts, make it smoother, and then we'll do a reinstall on Max in the parking lot here if they're gonna let me. But just so you guys can see, I don't know if you can tell, but it's so hot and I cannot stop dripping sweat. So I'm pretty excited to get everything that I need today, and also to know that they all have what I want for future projects, which is really exciting. But for now, we're down in the pick and pull yard, so we're gonna go pay for parts and scrap the radiator, get what we can back for it, and then clean up the handles and reinstall them. Let's get going. All right, guys, got the parts. I went ahead and sanded and repainted the driver's door handle while I was there, since the HOA our house is in doesn't allow for like anything like that to be done. And I don't know if there's like a workspace in the garage, you know, that I can use yet. So just wanted to be safe, but now it smells like paint in here, which is all right, you know. I'm gonna get high. And you can see a little dirt, you know, dirty hands. And yeah, so we're gonna go home, and or actually I'm probably gonna find a place to finish working on the van on my way home. Maybe just like a big parking lot, or who knows. You guys will find out when I do. And get the new handles installed. I'm pretty stoked. I was able to sand them down, so now the mechanisms on them operate much smoother, so hopefully they won't get caught like classic Astro handles where it builds a groove before the door actually opens, and then you have this like chunk moment that you gotta do to open the actual door, and then over time it just breaks the handle off. So I got those all smoothed down, and I'm pretty stoked, wouldn't you know. Yeah, really good productive day. Nice dudes over at the pick and pull yard. That's a budget pull it, south of Apopka. I don't know if it's still technically in Apopka, but huge yard, tons of stuff. Definitely going to be getting a lot more parts there. And I met another Astro guy. He's got a 98 all-wheel drive, and he's a mechanic, and he's like, hey, anytime you want to like hang out and like maybe do mechanic stuff, just give me a call. And I was like, sweet. Gave me his card. Plus he's got some sweet European taillights that he's about to replace when he repaints his van next week, and he said he'd give them to me for practically nothing. So I'm gonna give him a call and hopefully get the hookup on those sweet things. But I'll probably pop off the plastic covers, sand off all the chrome, and paint it black. So we'll see how it looks first. Anyway, I'm gonna focus on driving now, and I'll catch you guys later. Ciao. All right, so I found a spot behind a Circle K that I'm gonna attempt to do everything before they kick me out. And I feel like it's a really great spot because there's literally like nobody here except for a male person taking their lunch or something. I don't know. So I'm gonna see if I can get this done real quick, install these door handles, and then if I need to, there's a restroom inside. There's snacks and beverages, but I have snacks and beverages, so everything should be all right. It's pretty quick operation. I can't imagine anybody having a real big problem with it, but we'll see. Let's get started. All right, so the rear side is done. Way smoother now. All you do is take off this panel, but if the handle is already broken, you can just pop off your trim here, reach inside, activate the mechanism, and then you're able to access the screws on the inside. It's just a 10 millimeter on top, 10 millimeter on bottom, and then you just pop the rod out of it. Try to save the plastic piece if you can. If not, you just have to go and get a new one. They're not expensive by any means. Here's the old one, and this was kind of a son of a bitch because see how this one's nice and wiggly inside? This one's nice and tight. So this one broke loose before the nut came off, and I had a hell of a time wedging my hammer claws onto this side of it to try to hold this thing still and then wrench it the rest of the way off. If you do have problems like that and you're able to like identify it pretty quickly, or before you do that, preemptively just spray some PB Blaster on it if it looks as rusty as mine do, and it should come off nice and clean about 30 seconds later. But I'm not digging out my PB Blaster right now, so I did it that way, and it still came out pretty good and pretty quick. New one's closed real good and just nice and easy. Super easy on the action. It's awesome. Time until it doesn't. So we're just gonna do it that many times. All right, now we're gonna take the 10mm socket with the extension, head over to the front door and do the front door. And actually, now that I'm holding this, it is still a little tacky on that door handle where I sprayed it with some Herculiner spray, just so it kind of matches the Herculiner bottom, which I'll eventually do to the other door handles, maybe. But we're still gonna see if we can get this attached and on there. You got 2 access points. This top one's pretty shite for getting that other nut on there, but you should be able to do it if you use a 10mm wrench. You just won't be able to use a socket. And you gotta kind of finger tighten it, and then you got really micro move that wrench around to get it cinched on there. But this one is direct, awesome, straight on access to the lower nut. And so we're gonna go ahead and start with that one and get it mounted up. Okay, so just realized I don't have that little plastic clip for the rod anymore. As you can see, it's hanging right here, clipless. So I'm gonna go ahead, find an auto parts store real quick on my way home. Hey guys, so I made it back home, finally. It's like 8:20. I made it to Autozone, found the rod clip I need for the door handle. I was getting ready to replace my passenger side mirror also, and there are 2 young women that were like climbed up onto their 2500 HD, like Chevy Silverado, like in the engine compartment. So I just called over and if they needed help or anything, and they're like, no, we got it. Actually, do you have any tools? And I was like, I have everything, especially for a Chevy. So ended up heading over to them. They had a transmission leak, and I got under their car or the truck. Thankfully it's all lifted and raised, so I had plenty of operating room, and found the leak in one of the rubber hoses from their transmission cooler line up to where it goes into the radiator, and it's just like a 9-inch section of rubber tubing. And I saw a part that had like it was double hose clamped, and I was like, all right, well, that's interesting. And then I was looking at it more, and they're overly compressed. And then I looked on the side of it, and I could definitely see where there was a pretty big gouge in the side of it. And they'd just been leaking transmission fluid all day, apparently, and they lost all forward motion. So I went inside. The guys at AutoZone were really cool about it. They let me go behind the counter, find the hose I needed, cut as much as I needed off, and then they didn't charge me for it, which was super rad. And then I went out and did some repairs on their truck, and when I pulled the line off on the end that had the hole on it, the metal transmission cooler line coming from the tranny, the metal line coming from the tranny wasn't a straight cut. It looked like it had been just ripped off. And so it was jagged, and like the lower side of it was back like this, if you can imagine that. And it wasn't even round anymore. It was like spread out. And so whoever put that new hose on there just like pinched it down to make an oval shape, shoved it on there, and tried to double clamp it to think it would fix it, I guess. So then I had to go back inside, and they bought a little fucking hose cutter, clamp on, spin it around hose cutter thing for me, and I was able to get a nice clean cut on it, but cranking on that little tiny textured dial shredded my forefinger and my thumb up a bit. But we got a nice clean cut on it. I put the new pipe on there, got the good clamps on there, and they still don't have any forward motion after refilling it all. So I'm thinking, after driving around with that for who knows how long, with almost no transmission fluid, they probably burned everything up on the inside. And they just had that work done. It cost her dad like $1,200 to like have the transmission worked on, and it's very obvious the guys ripped him off. And he showed up later, and he's pretty pissed about it, as he should be. But I don't know, I got that little part of it fixed for him. Now they got a whole other thing they gotta figure out. So I don't have a new door handle yet, but I'll do that tomorrow. I'm gonna call it a night. I am dirty and tired and covered in transmission fluid, so I'm gonna go take a really luxurious hot shower with a lot of soap and scrub the hell out of my body until I feel so fresh and so clean. And then I'm gonna call it a night and pass the hell out after I eat dinner. So hope you guys had a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next adventure. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fun, random content. And we'll see you guys around. Ciao.